Hello everyone, this is Sloth from Sloth and Moose. Gonna have another Starcraft 2 commentary here. Moose is not gonna be with me today, but I am gonna cast this game. This game is gonna be, I just played this, just got done with it. I'm gonna speed through a lot of it, like the beginning right now, I'm probably gonna speed through. But, this right here is the importance of macro from for a Zerg player, okay? Just especially in upper level gaming. This is really good strategy right here. It's become standard really for a little bit higher level gaming in as a Zerg player, and I've adapted to it and made it my own, and just trying to keep up with all the other players. I've been doing a lot better lately, and this right here, guys, is pretty much necessary now. Going 15 pool as a Zerg player is ridiculously good, and this guy is he's the same level as me, the same ladder. He is a gold 1v1 player. So went 15 hatch into 15 pool, which is, like I said, has become really standard. This is just going to show really the importance of macroing and keeping your drone count up and expanding, and you'll see as this game progresses. I'm going to speed up through more of it. There's not really much action, but it's just going to show you the ridiculous power of the Zerg macro if you're allowed to do so, because most Terrans will turtle. And, he does have a Marine going down. He's got his barracks, blah blah blah. Standard build pretty much right now. He's got his gas up, and he is not producing drones. I'm not sure why, but he's not producing drones. He's not producing units right now. His macro is just slipping. I don't know if he's focused on something else, but anyway, he's still going. Yeah, there he goes. Now he's starting. But anyway, I'm going to speed this up some more. I do have my hatch up at about 4 minutes into the game. Still pumping out. I think you got to have a few Zerglings once that second hatch goes up, because you got to take advantage of it. And at that point, you should have probably enough minerals for a couple queens. So I'm getting a queen out of this one. I just got my queen out at my main. I do have my first gas going down right when I get those queens. I'm building it. I got a few Zerglings for defense, which he doesn't really have much right now. He's got 3 Marines. He's throwing down a couple more barracks. Just muling up. And look at his macro right here. We got 8, 9, 10 workers right here. 10 or 11 workers right there, because the extra one in gas. 10, 11 right there. And I have 2 on my expansion. And pretty much, well, I'm doing pretty good on this one. And just continuing to get Zergling and drones right here. I don't have speed up yet. It's kind of a sacrifice right there to not get early speed on your lings. But once you do this, especially in high level gaming, you're probably going to be fending off probably the first 10 minutes at least, trying to fend this off right here. Fend off your natural. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm a little lost for words. But anyway, I am getting my hatchery, which that's going to be for. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me speed that back up real quick. I'm a little bit too far by. Alright, there we go. Alright, but anyway, like I said, I got my hatch for my roach, for the roach speed was the main thing, and I still have yet to get that, but I was expecting an earlier push from him, and it does look like he's probably going to do an early Marine Marauder like most Terrans do. I have been doing a heck of a lot better of spreading creep lately, because I know the importance of that, and you'll see how that takes effect in this game. And just macroing up, still injecting, doing a pretty good job. Got pretty much full saturation there. Still trying to saturate my natural. Remember, I'm only about 7 minutes in the game now. I've got a decent Zergling army right here. My Roach Warren's up. My gas is up. My that speed should go up pretty much right after. It'll go up really soon, guys. That's the only reason. Oh, right after I get my lair, it should go up. That was the main reason I got my lair, so I got that. Here, I'll pull up the production chart, and there goes Roach speed, and next I should get Zergling speed, because Roaches are just so beefy now that the range has gone from 3 to 4. So yeah, what do we got for the Terran player? He does have decent saturation on his main, but you don't have to have as much as a Terran player, because of course Zerg, you've got to build your buildings with your units. I'm spreading creep still, decent creep spread right here. I'll see his units coming. Why do I see his units coming? Because of this creep tumor right here. So that was an easy battle for me, very easy. just ridiculously, he really didn't have that much considering all the Zerglings I had. I had got a good surround on him. So, just a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Parents walked in and I didn't have my door shut. But anyway, it is lagging a little bit. Sorry, that'll cut out in a second. And I apologize about the graphics quality. Like I said before, my computer is not near as beefy and awesome as Moose's is. So, like I said, my roach speed, Zergling speed going up. Continuing to macro, I've got, let's see the harvester count. I forgot which hotkey it was. So, income, harvesters. I've got 38 to his 18 right now. Zerg macro is just ridiculous. Army size is probably 76 out of 92, and he is 32 out of 51. Granted, Terran is a little bit better. I mean, of course, their units are better than Zerg units, and you have to outnumber your opponent pretty much in every Zerg versus Protoss or Terran matchup. But you see, I am going to go ahead and tear down these back rocks. I probably could have attacked right there, but figured the siege tanks, because a lot of Terrans like to do that, like to attack right before their siege tanks get out with their Marine Marauder ball, and then siege up their tank just in case they lose that battle, just so they have a turtle. Because right there, if he had that siege tank sieged up, these Zerglings would be toasted. So, again, just keeping macroing up, spreading creep, doing my best on that. About to throw down this expansion eventually. I do have a few roaches out. They will be pumping out a lot harder now. And what goes best with roaches? Hydras, of course. So I throw down my Hydralisk den. Yeah, guys. The Terran player is still just kind of turtled up a little bit. Marine Marauder ball. Decent saturation. He does have his mules working overtime. So this game really is just to show you how important it is to macro up as a Zerg player. 15 hatch right there, and this game has pretty much been over the entire time. We are going to have a final battle. I'll kind of skip ahead a little bit to it. I'm taking this high yield expansion, and the main reason I'm able to do this is because I have this decent creep spread. See, I'm just keeping on spreading. Got my queen out here dropping even more creep tumors. And one more thing, guys, if you're a Zerg player, this is mainly aimed at Zerg players. So if you have your second base, I don't know, I didn't tell y'all this, but my macro is slipping a little bit. But that, as soon as that Hydra den goes down, that'll catch back up pretty easy. But the main thing another main point I would like to point out right here is to get an extra couple queens. I've got, how many queens do I have on the field? I have 3 queens on the field. I should have more than that. I think I pump out a couple more eventually, because I eventually see, well, my Overlord right here, I remember got taken out by this Viking right here, and just absolutely threw me off. I was expecting some Banshee, so I think I throw down a couple more queens eventually, but we'll see. Still continuing to spread creep. He is finally getting his expansion. He's got those 2 siege tanks out, which can pretty much decimate about a third of my army right here, mainly the Zerglings and the Hydralisk even. But and of course, I will get groove spawns. That's pretty obvious. I do have the speed, blah blah blah, and we'll go ahead and show this final battle and just see how easy this is. And we're 14 minutes into the game. This high yield, as a Zerg player, you can saturate a base in probably 30 or 45 seconds, fully saturate it if you have the right larva count. And see, I've already got all these drones. I transferred from my main because I started running out of mineral patches. I've got all this larva if I need to. And just absolutely have a huge army right now compared to him. Production tab, I did throw down, forgot about those. I threw down 2 Evo chambers, getting the Carapace level 1 and the first missile upgrades. And I see him about to move out right here. He does something funny here in a second, you'll see, I guess. But his main goal right here in this little move out was to kill some of my creep tumors, and he accidentally threw down a mule because I guess he messed up the hotkey and meant to scan, and yeah, it was kind of funny. That's why I said that. But you see my army right here compared to his, and he just pulls up right here, doesn't siege up his tanks. He might eventually siege up his tanks, I forget. But pretty decent Marine Marauder ball. I mean, probably not for this late in the game. It's only 16 minutes in the game, you got to remember. And look at this, just 199 out of 200 at 16 minutes in the game. That is what you can do as a macro, straight macro player as a Zerg. Of course, I could have ended this game, but that's just, like, I feel that's ridiculous. And I'm not like trying to beat myself up, but I played really well this game. Creep spread, half the map. Got the decent surround on these guys, and it wasn't even a question who was going to win this battle. And beat them, take out this Viking, go in and finish this game up. But I just wanted to show y'all that, guys, that if you macro as a Zerg, you can easily beat a Terran player. A Terran Turtle versus a Zerg macro, Zerg's going to win every time. But thanks guys for watching, and that's all I really wanted to point out right there. Hopefully help some of the Zerg players into getting into that 15 hatch. But the main thing is, if you do this 15 hatch, your early game is going to be holding this and making sure this doesn't get taken out, because if it does, it's pretty much GG. So I appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you next time.